Okay, so I'm going to go over a few of these examples. What you should do is make an attempt at these problems before I go over them. You should have the sheet that you can print out before watching this video. Go through and just kind of go through these with pencil and see if you can figure out these problems on your own. Pause the video and then come back and I'll go over these examples with you. Okay, so in example 1 it says B is between A and C. Number 1, they want you to write the segment addition postulate for these points. And 2, they ask if AB is equal to 5 and BC is equal to 3, what is AC? So for part 1, the answer would be write the segment addition postulate. So B is between A and C. It might help you if you drew that. So A and C are on the ends, and then B is somewhere in the middle. So remember, the segment addition postulate says that segment AB plus segment BC is equal to segment AC. That's the segment addition postulate for this example. In part 2, they're saying, well, if this is equal to 5 and BC is equal to 3, then what is AC? And obviously, if you add these up together, AB is 5, so it's going to be 5 plus 3, which is 8. All right, simple enough. Okay, in example 2, what they give us is this long line, and it's broken up into several segments. And then they give us the length of certain segments. They give us the length of the whole segment, AE is 20. They give us the length of segment BD right here, this segment. And then they say that AB is equal to BC is equal to CD. So this segment is equal to this segment is equal to this segment. And then they give us a bunch of these segments here, and they want to know what the number is. So looking at segment BC, this is where I would start. BC is this segment. But notice BD, this whole thing is 8, right? So, and then they say that BC and CD are equal. So this segment and this segment are equal. If the whole length is 8, in order to make them equal, if you take 8 divided by 2, that will give you the length of each segment. So BC is 8 divided by 2, which is 4. That means that CD is also equal to 4 because of this statement right here. And that means that AB is also equal to 4. So we know that AB is 4, we know that BC is 4, and we know that CD is 4. All right? So it helps if you write that up on the problem, because then when you start looking at these other segments, you have a number for them. So now we need to find segment DE. All right? The way in which we go about doing that is, first of all, if we add up these 3 segments, those 3 segments add up to be 12, right? Or 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12. Now, if we take, now notice these 3 segments make up everything but DE. So if we take the number they give us for AE, which is 20, and we subtract the 12, we'll get the length of DE. So DE is going to be 20 minus 12, which is equal to 8. All right, so DE is equal to 8. All right, now they want the length of CA. Now that you have the lengths of all the segments, this is going to become really easy. CA is this segment right here. Notice it's 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8. And then they want the length of CE. That's this segment right here. Notice that's 4 plus 8 equal 12. So there's the answers for all those, and that's how the segment addition postulate is used. Sometimes you know the length of one segment and you want to break it up into smaller segments, and this is a great example to show you how we use it. Example 3. They give us RS is equal to 23.2, SQ is equal to 51.3, then what's QR? Well, RS is 23.2. It helps if you write it on the drawing. SQ is 51.3. And they want to know the length of the whole thing. So obviously, RS plus SQ is equal to QR, right? So that means that 23.2 plus 51.3 is equal to QR. So if we come up here and we add those two things together, 51.3 plus 23.2. That's 0.5474. So 74.5. Again, a pretty straightforward problem. The final problem on your sheet says that J is between H and K. It helps if you draw that. So we'll draw here. H and K are on the ends. J is between them. Alright. Solve for X and then find the length of each segment. So here we go. We've got HJ is 5X. So if we want to write that on here, it helps to see it visually. And then JK is 7X. So this little segment is 7X. And then they say KH, the whole segment, is equal to 96. So this is sort of like the example we did yesterday, where we can add these together. So segment HJ plus segment JK is equal to segment KH or HK, however you want to write that. Alright, so HJ is equal to 5X, JK is equal to 7X, and remember KH they give us is 96. So then this just becomes a little tiny equation that we need to solve. 5X plus 7X is equal to 12X, and then that's equal to 96. And then if we take and divide both sides by 12, we get 96 divided by 12. So that's 24, 48. That's 8, I believe, right? 12 times 8 should be 96. Yeah. So 96 divided by 12 is 8. And that will be the answer to your problem. If you have any questions, bring them to class.